Hey, so we are outside Waukesha West High School. You can take a look behind me here. Information right now is still really limited. We don't know exactly what is happening here at the high school, but as you can see, you've got the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department blocking off traffic going into the high school there, but they are allowing cars to leave. So if you look to the left of this roadway, this intersection just outside the high school, there are plenty of cars lining up, ready to leave for whatever reason. But as far as we know, the Sheriff's Department hasn't released any information at this point. I did speak with a senior as he was leaving the high school, and he doesn't know a whole lot about what's going on from his understanding on social media, that there was possibly a threat that was made, and that the students who have cars are able to leave the high school, and that students who maybe need to get picked up by their parents, they're being told to get that sorted out. So at this point, still a pretty fluid situation. Official details are still to come, but of course we are here in Waukesha keeping an eye on the situation here at Waukesha West High School, and we'll keep you posted on any updates. Reporting live in Waukesha, Mary Jo Ola, TMJ4 News.
Okay, Mary Jo, thank you. Clearly a very active scene there, and as we're on the air, we're getting some new information coming into our newsroom right now. It's coming into my email, and it is about a staggered school evacuation there at Waukesha West High School. It says that the principal received an email about a specific threat to students during lunch today, and they started working with some of the authorities. The police department, clearly the sheriff's office is on scene there, and that they are now working to, I guess you could say, evacuate, staggered evacuation to get students out of Waukesha West High School for the remainder of the school day today. Again, this information just coming into our newsroom. I'm reading it for the first time here. It says students who drive are being released first, and then they're allowed to go to their lockers and then go home. And then students who take the bus will take their bus on their normal route, and parents who need to pick up their students should do that at St. John Newman Catholic Church. That's located at 2400 Wisconsin 59 in Waukesha. So again, at this time, parents are not allowed to go to the high school to pick up their students, but they are being offered that other location at St. John Newman Catholic Church. This is just coming into our newsroom. This is breaking news about a staggered evacuation at Waukesha West High School. We're going to wrap our mind around this. We have teams on the ground. We are going to head to break, and when we come back, we'll have some more information about this. You're watching TMJ4 News. Breaking news right now, a very large police presence outside Waukesha West High School, and we have crews working to find out more. Our Elaine Rojas Castillo is standing by near St. John Newman Catholic Church. And Elaine, I understand that's possibly a space where parents can go to pick up their kids as students are being evacuated from the high school. Is that correct?
Yes, Ryan, that's right. So we're at St. John Newman, where a little while ago some parents got emails saying that the school received a credible threat and was asking everyone to evacuate as quickly as they could. So the way that they broke it down was the kids that drove themselves were evacuated first, then those who took buses to school were taken to their buses, and finally the kids that need to get picked up are being routed here. I'm going to step out of the scene and just give you a shot of the parking lot. This parking lot is full of parents from Waukesha West that are trying to get a hold of their kids. I spoke to some parents who didn't want to appear on camera, but they said that some of them got texts from their kids, some of them got calls from their kids. There was one parent who said that he got an automated message from the school district asking for a pickup. But all that everyone knows right now is that the principal received a credible threat and put a call to the police, and they were told to evacuate all the students as quickly as they could. Again, we're in the parking lot of St. John Newman, which isn't too far away from the school, but most of these parents really don't know what's going on. They don't really know what the threat is about, but they do know that they're going to be here for as long as they need to be here to be able to pick up their kids. And again, to go through the order of how the evacuations are going to go, this is based on an email that was sent to the parents on behalf of the school district, as well as parents who spoke to people at the school. Kids who drove themselves to school will leave first. Then the kids who took school buses will be taken directly to their buses, taken to a new location. From what we understand, they'll be brought here or a separate zone. We're not really sure exactly where. And then the kids who were driven to school by their parents will be brought over here. That's why there's all these cars in the parking lot, and these parents are just waiting to get a hold of their kids. From what we know right now, there isn't too much understanding on what the credible threat was, but these parents say that they are planning to wait for as long as they have to. They're just waiting for further word. Again, we're in the St. John Newman parking lot as we wait for more word on why there was a threat, what's going on. But for right now, reporting live in Waukesha, Elaine Rojas Castillo, TMJ4 News.
All right, Elaine, thank you for that update. Very critical information. Again, Elaine was at St. John Newman Catholic Church. That's where parents should meet their kids if they are picking them up. At this time, according to an email that we have here, parents will not be allowed on the Waukesha West campus. So you want to go to St. John Newman Catholic Church. Again, we're learning more about this threat that was received by the principal there at Waukesha West High School today. Our Mary Jo Ola is standing by. And Mary Jo, the email that we have here says that the principal, the school district immediately began working with authorities. It looks like there's quite a few authorities on the scene near where you are right now.
Well, Ron, actually, we just see the one here. I'm going to step out of the way so you can take a better look. There's a Waukesha County Sheriff's Office. They've got an SUV here blocking the entrance into Waukesha West High School. I did see another squad car across the street at a separate church than where Elaine is at here. It seems like some of the students maybe parked their cars in this lot across the street from the high school. So I did notice a squad car there, but as you can see here, again, they're not letting any traffic come into the school property, onto the school property at this time. But we have seen quite a few cars leaving the high school since we got here shortly after noon. I did speak with one high school senior. We saw he's one of a few we saw kind of crossing the street here to get to their cars. He was one of the students who says he was told that students who have a car and are able to drive themselves home were told to evacuate as part of that staggered evacuation that the school is doing. Just talking with that student, he wasn't exactly sure what was going on, but he did hear about that threat that was made around he said it was regarding something at lunch. But from talking with him, he was saying that, unfortunately they've had threats in the past since he's been a student here, but it's never been to this level where he's been told to evacuate the school. So he was feeling a little shaken up. He felt a little scared, especially given all that Waukesha has been going through these last several weeks. He was saying that, right now he just really hopes that nothing happens to anyone. He doesn't want to see any other families or students or anyone suffer or get hurt. There's been just so much happening in this community lately. But again, at this point, still waiting on more details from authorities as to what's going on at the high school. But right now, we're just seeing a lot of students leaving Waukesha West, getting to their cars and heading home. But of course, we'll keep you posted on any updates. Ryan?
Right. Mary Jo, thank you for that update. And again, we're just, learning all of this information live on the air here. But again, Waukesha West High School being evacuated due to a threat that the principal received there. Right now, the main priority seems to be getting students reunited with their families and getting them out of the school through a staggered evacuation. Students who drive themselves being released first, then students who take the bus are being bused home, and then finally parents that need to pick up their students should not go to Waukesha West High School, but should instead meet their students at St. John Newman Catholic Church, which is located near the high school. All of this still developing as we're on the air. We are going to continue to have updates on this breaking news story on air and online. You can get those updates sent straight to your phone. Just download the TMJ4 News app. We'll be right back.